Have you ever noticed how some of the most life-changing moments in your life can look to an outsider as very seemingly insignificant, and perhaps you yourself may have overlooked it? I'm sitting here this morning not feeling the greatest and just cuddling with my dog here. And in the corner of my living room, I have a picture that I took in San Francisco a few years ago. And I want to tell you the story about this because there's a powerful metaphor that came to me this morning that I think can be helpful for you, especially if you're questioning your journey, you're questioning your path, or you're noticing things that are showing up in your life that are trying to get your attention. And maybe they actually did get your attention. They're getting your attention. So I went to Christie Field in just south of San Francisco to photograph the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, I lived in the Bay Area for over 20 years, so it wasn't like my first time seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, but it was the first time photographing it professionally with a professional camera. And so I went there, enjoyed the day, had a great day, got some great pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge. And as I was walking back to my car, that was actually the most important moment. As I was walking back to my car, I was walking past these trees and I heard some rustling in the branches in one of the trees. And so I just stopped. I just had curiosity. I was curious what was perhaps climbing in the tree or something like that. And I don't remember what was in the tree. I think it may have been a bird or a squirrel or something like that. But what I did is I noticed, I just kind of scanned the environment and I noticed this tiny little hummingbird perched on a branch. And it nearly took my breath away. And not just because, it's a tiny little creature, but it was very meaningful to me. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole story about why the hummingbird is so significant to me, but basically, years ago, back in 2016, I had a really rough year. I had a severe loss. There was trauma, grief, and depression all wrapped up in one big ball of emotional pain. And it was the hummingbird that was part of my healing. That's another story. I'll tell it some other time, perhaps. But for me, the hummingbird has just been very significant since that really difficult year back in 2016. So when I saw that little hummingbird perched on the branch, that meant more to me than the big iconic San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, right? And for people that were passing by, they didn't notice it. And even if they did, it may not have hit their heart like it did mine. So sometimes we're all walking towards the same famous destination, or the destination that everyone thinks that we should go see, or we should go do, we should go experience. But somewhere along the journey, there's a quiet invitation that's meant only for you, just you. Not anybody else, specifically for you. And most people won't even notice it. And even if they do, they will not experience it the same way that you do. Because your story prepares you to recognize the things that other people cannot. So I still love the Golden Gate Bridge. It's a beautiful bridge. I love San Francisco. But the picture that's hanging in my living room isn't the Golden Gate Bridge. It's the little hummingbird. So my question to you is, what picture do you want to hang in your living room? Is there a different path that is maybe not the popular path that everyone else is following, but it's something very specific to you? And maybe the most meaningful part of your journey isn't actually the destination that you planned. Maybe it's the quiet thing that you walked past several times. So my invitation to you is to listen, to get curious, and to observe the things that catch your attention, that move your soul or your spirit in some way, that perhaps even take your breath away, things that might to so many of your friends or family seem very insignificant, and yet there's something that's just really drawing you towards that. Pay attention to that, because that actually could be the very place that you're meant to land. Right, Coda?